Hey, what's up, guys? It's Showtime from Showtime Shred Fitness over here. Size, growth, get big. All right. So before I get all kinds of freaking hate mail and freaking bunch of people getting all pissed off thinking that I'm trying to be pro steroids and all this other stuff, let me tell you first that I don't really know what that means, right? I'm not pro steroids. I'm pro choice. Number one. Number two. Do I think the Anabolic Act of 1989, 1999, whatever the fuck it is a bunch of bullshit? Yes, I do. So, you can sit here and disagree with me and think I'm fucking, promoting people do the wrong thing and all this stuff, alright? But here's the deal. It should be America, right? We should be able to make our own choices. We can do fucking McDonald's every day, right? And I got no problem with that. If you want to do fucking McDonald's and it makes you happy, then fucking do it. I've liked fucking McDonald's since I was 4 years old, right? But look what happened to C.T. Fletcher, right? He was a natural athlete, and he had multiple heart attacks, died 3 times on the table because he ate McDonald's every day, okay? And McDonald's, once in a while, I think is still healthy, believe it or not. I think that you do anything in moderation, you're okay. I'm talking about doing it every day. That's what's dangerous, okay? But I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I'll tell you the risks, and then you can choose what you want to do, not do with your body, okay? But Dorian Yates, okay, he's one of the top dogs, okay? He's won the Mr. Olympia, I believe, 6 times. 5 or 6, I think, okay? The most is 8 by Ronnie Coleman, and also that other guy, Lee Haney, okay? 7 is Arnold Schwarzenegger. 6 is both Phil Heath, okay? And I believe Dorian Yates. And Phil's not done, okay? So Phil may tie Arnold's or Ronnie's and Lee's, or he may even go 9 and beat everybody, okay? He's still got some time, okay? So, I freaking love people who are natural bodybuilders and athletes. I think that's great. I think that's, takes some balls, some patience, and, it kind of depends too. I've seen good athletes that were in the game 2-3 years and say, "Oh, I never took them to." You weren't here very long, If you're freaking here 2-3 decades, that's something different, Like Ben Matheson, Andre Galloway, my dad, has done 2, 3, 4, 5 decades natural. But to get back to what I was talking about, it's a post, right? This post I put about us being stupid for making it illegal, and you guys gonna sit here and hate on me, especially if people have had bad effects. Say, here's where it came from. Dr. Ziegler, I believe his name was. The government funded it. The government approved it. The government's idea, okay, and then they shut it down and made it illegal. Come on, man. And then there's and they put it in the same category as cocaine and heroin and amphetamines. Come on, man. And people make the argument that kids shouldn't take steroids. Well, no shit, they shouldn't take steroids, right? We got a drinking age, it's 21. That should be the 18 or 21 should definitely also be the consent of anabolic steroids. And as much bullshit is out there, bad stuff and everything else, I think that's the least of our worries if people are going to take some PEDs or some anabolics, which in moderation have the argument of making your immune system stronger against things like COVID and all that other stuff. If you're on while this shit's spreading, there's some evidence that shows that it makes your immune system stronger, so you're less likely to get it. If that's true or not, I don't know. There's not enough research, okay? And from people dying right and left to steroids, it's almost always bad genetics, or people are abusing it, or they're taking street drugs with it, or they're doing too many diuretics and all these other types of things. There's just too many factors involved, okay, to pinpoint that. And my main thing of making it illegal, let me bring some reality to you guys, and I hope you guys never have this, okay, but I guarantee you're at least going to be in my situation. We're going to know some people who are victims of rape or sexual assault, where their children have been abused. And remember that every fucking time that you send a fucking steroid user in there to take up a cell, you're letting a chimo or a pedophile go. So if you want to make steroids to keep them illegal, then you go ahead and stick with that viewpoint. And I hope that you or anybody you know never gets to become a victim of your child or anything like that, okay? But just remember, if that's the case, chances are that pedophile or chimo is going to get out. So that we can give that bed to a fucking steroid user, okay? So, you you make a choice there, okay? And then, and just proof of this, okay? I know personally, obviously I'm not going to give any names out, okay? But this gal has had her children molested, and she has had a niece raped multiple times. The one that was just animal out, he came back when this gal was of age, 21, broke into the apartment and raped her. But he's been raping this girl since she's been 6. This fucker is out on the loose. They've never had enough evidence to prove him. He's had now 5 charges. This is a guilty guy, okay? I sympathize very much with people who are falsely convicted, okay? I think that's horrible, okay? But this guy's not an innocent man, okay? He's had 5 charges recently in the Tri-Cities to the Benton City area, okay? These women don't know each other. They don't really know anything about each other. They haven't conversed. They haven't talked to each other. They didn't know anything about each other until they actually filed their claims, and then saw, oh shit, there's other cases, there's other charges. You know how much this guy got for pleading guilty? He got 3 months. You only got 3 months because some drug or steroid guy had to go in there and fucking take his bed. Okay, so you guys keep that attitude up that you want to put steroid users in the clink. Okay, and here's the other thing. Roid rage. People going off killing people. People kill people all the time. Okay? And most of them, if you look at, not steroid related, most of them are not. Okay? If there is other things involved, it's usually alcohol or other drugs. Okay? Very seldom is it steroids. The steroid guys are usually getting their aggression out in their sports, in the gym, whatever else. Okay? Very seldom is it for roid rage, and you got to look at other people's past. Sometimes they've had no criminal record. Other times they have. Sometimes they were in trouble. They were an asshole before they got on the steroids and became a super asshole. Keep that in mind also. Okay, and then you got to look at the other thing, which is it's the obvious that if you look at law enforcement, okay. What if a guy loses his cookies, okay, and abuses an inmate, or he abuses somebody during an arrest, uses multiple excessive police force, okay? Guess what? It's very seldom the big guy, and very seldom is that big guy on steroids, okay? And law enforcement, by the way, other than you got athletes at the top, okay? They're the number 1 users of anabolic steroids and performance-enhancing drugs. Number 2, actors, entertainers, singers, actors, Hollywood, these types of people, okay? And that is it was either that number 2 or number 3. The other one, number 2 or 3, okay, I can't remember the order. I don't know if it's actors and entertainers and then law enforcement, or law enforcement and then actors and entertainers. Law enforcement, the people that put people in jail, okay? They are up there at number 2 or 3, okay? And I think there should be. So we're allowed to carry guns and weapons in law enforcement, right? So if people are properly and correctly and in moderation using anabolic steroids, and granted, most of these people in law enforcement do it legal, right? Through a doctor, which is the way I was doing it when I was in law enforcement, right? You go to a doctor, you get prescribed testosterone, and it's legal, okay? Because it gives men higher self-esteem, more energy, faster recuperation rate, quicker to respond, quicker to react to an emergency, reaction recuperation times quicker, okay? And when you know that you got this and you got the training, you don't have to go to this, okay? I had a fucking OC, okay? I left it in the locker. I didn't need it, okay? Van Damme doesn't need a pepper spray. Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't need pepper spray. The Rock, John Cena, they don't carry pepper spray. Why does Showtime need it, right? Okay? So, if you think that these guys are going to go off, it's almost always the little guys with the big syndrome. And I'm not saying don't let, I think everybody should have a chance to law enforcement if they got what it takes. Okay? Little guys, big guys, women, whatever, case by case basis, right? But if the most abuse cases come from the little guys, okay, why are we saying, oh, law enforcement, we can't have these big strong guys? Well, they might hurt an inmate. They might hurt man, this is going to kill more people than somebody using, control tactics, defense tactics, using their own body. Maybe you just bang the guy up a little bit too much, in the most cases. Very seldom are you ever going to kill a person with your bare hands. Fair enough. Sometimes you will, either on accident or because you use excessive force. That's when you got to, be smart and, not use excessive force, just the right amount. Then if something happens, it happens, but you're doing your job, right? You shouldn't resist. You should follow the verbals. You should follow the verbal cues. You should listen, okay? And if you don't, and you come on, and you you do a staff assault, assault a police officer or whatever, it's on you, and, but there's no need to use excessive force. As soon as you got him, and the guys know this, we stop, right? You had enough, you hold there. Just be nice, right? You be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. You make my life easy, I'll make your life easy. Shut the fuck up, right? And just listen. Quit resisting, god damn it, right? That's all it is. You need to be fucking jackass and fucking keep punching him in the back of the head and shit. Unless you beat the shit out of your partner, you might ruffle him up just a little bit more, right? But other than that, you be nice, right? You be nice, but you do enough to get your job done, right? Make it so it's not dangerous for nobody, right? But you don't shoot them, you don't spray them, unless you have to, of course, right? But if you're a big, strong guy, a lot of times you don't have to resort to that, okay? And that's what people don't realize. They just think they're uneducated, they're stupid, right? So it is what it is. So, again, you can go that route. You can say, steroid users are criminals and blah, blah, blah. And we got millions and billions in the world, millions in the United States who use anabolic steroids and performance-enhancing drugs. We've got people that all the way to the CEOs and presidents of companies and in politics and everything else doing cocaine. I really don't think that frickin' we need to put people in jail, for taking steroids and going power to the pedophiles and letting off these fucking real serious bad guys and robbers and rapos and, all the chinos and all this that bullshit and people who use, serial killers and shit. Let those people stay in jail. Don't be giving them somebody else's bed. I had a buddy who was in a real hardcore prison and shit, to give him a cell that'll let some pedophile go, and then to his right was a guy that had killed his best friend on the 4th of July. The other side, a guy that had raped, not molested, but raped a 4 or 5 year old little boy or girl. Okay, and we're giving, and we gave some John or a pedophile early release date, so we could put a guy in prison for trying to get his bench press up. And I think that's the biggest bunch of bullshit ever. So I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that post that I put, but I wanted to defend it and say why I said that, okay? I'm just talking here. You can agree or not agree, but I wanted to defend my position because I know I'm going to get a lot of hate responses for my post. I'll probably get accused of being pro-steroids and putting kids on drugs and all this other bullshit, and that's farthest from the truth ever. In fact, here's my position on number one, not for kids be 21 years or older, and I already expressed that earlier in the video. But number two, I encourage you to stay natural until you're about 40 or so, when you really need it, and then start doing it, right? Because most people's testosterones are in the toilet after 40, and their growth hormone levels and everything else. And so if you've gone, boom, max, you get better over these couple of decades, right? And then all of a sudden, when you really need it, you take it. You might boost up and be better in your 40s and 50s than you're in your 20s and 30s, right? Whereas if you're on juice that whole time, maybe your body's broke down, you can't do it no more, right? Maybe you gotta retire, maybe your health is shit, So now you take advantage, right? And you'll be going through a doctor, which is the more beautiful thing, because it'll be illegal and everything else. That's my advice on how to do it. You can do what you want, right? Take your own risks, and I'll support you either way, especially if you're really, articulated and justified. If you're, you got a chance at $1 million contract, a multi-million-dollar contract, and it may depend on what you take or don't take, if you make it or don't make it. I can't make that decision for you, right? That's your decision. And don't think just because you take something or don't take something, that means you're gonna make it or not make it, right? It's 90% or more, your nutrition, your training program, your preparation, opportunity, and all that stuff, and your mind and your heart, right? More than anything else, because success, it does not come in a bottle, okay? So I'm not pro-steroids, I'm just pro-choice, right? I'm just believe in letting the people be and letting people make their own goddamn decisions and quit fucking trying to control every little thing that people are doing. That's all, and don't be judgmental either. So many people take drugs, they're hooked on drugs, they're drug addicts that do alcohol and cigarettes every day. Well, mine's legal. It's fucking because it's legal, it makes it right. So because it's legal, you're healthier. Because it's legal, that person's bad and you're good. It's like, fuck out of here. You know, go enjoy your cigarettes and booze, you know, enjoy your life. But don't fucking come down on him, her, or me, or them, or anybody else, you know. It's bullshit. Just mind your own fucking business. You take care of your backyard, I'll take care of my backyard. You take care of your kids, I take care of my kids, right? As long as they're not hurting nobody, I don't have no problem with you or your family or nobody else. So just leave me and my family the fuck alone, right? That's all there is to it. My opinion. Alright, it's been showtime. Showtime Shred Fitness over here. Size, growth, whoosh. Get big over here.